It is hot outside and I work with epoxy resin. If you work with epoxy too, here's a couple of tips that you can do in your shop or space or whatever to have some successful epoxy resin pours. What are some things that you need to know now that it's getting hot to make sure that you don't waste time, money, and product, okay? All right, so a couple of things that I like to do is if I'm pouring a big table, like if I'm pouring a big old table or a thick memorial or something like that, I'm gonna make sure that I'm pouring in smaller batches, okay? A lot of times I like to do one pour and avoid layer lines and avoid the work that goes into avoiding layer lines and things like that. So I do pour smaller batches when it is hot as hell outside, okay? So ideal temperatures for a shop is gonna be about 66 in the winter and about 85 in the summer. Now that's still hot, but you can get away with that as long as you have some other things in place, and we're gonna get to that. So in the winter and fall and spring, I like to cover up my pieces. So a lot of times I'll pour a table and around the frame, I will put a piece of insulation down over it so that way no dust gets in and nothing gets in. You don't want to do that in the summertime. You absolutely don't want to do that. And the reason is because it is already hot, and when resin cures, it generates heat to cure, okay? So a lot of times you hear people say that had an exothermic reaction. The reality is that all epoxy resin has an exothermic reaction to cure. It's a flash cure, that quick cure, that we don't want, because then it compromises the structural integrity in the whole compound of the resin and makes it not as rigid and hard and UV resistant. Like, it changes it, right? So we want to avoid that. So if you cover it up, then it keeps the heat inside. Don't do that, okay? Take the lid off, put a fan on it, and I have fans like this one. I have the stand-up fans, and I have fans that clip on, and if you see them in my videos, sometimes I put them on stuff like this, and I'll just blow air over it to keep that air moving, to keep it cool, right? Another thing that you can do, I'm getting ready to pour. So I have my Polonus here, and this actually keeps my shop pretty cool. I got a 40 by 40, and I blow cold air here. It's up here in my window, and then I got the fan blowing that around, and then I have my ceiling fan right here pushing other air around, okay? So I keep it kind of cool in here. It's got to be at least, it's about 76 right now. Too hot for me still, but it's doable. It's doable. Okay, so pour smaller batches. So if the bigger the batch, the hotter it's gonna get, right? Pour smaller batches. And if you don't know how to avoid layer lines and things like that, I have e-courses and YouTube videos that show you how to avoid layer lines when you're doing multiple pours or step pours. Use the right resin for the job. Use a good resin. I use Promise Epoxy Deep Pour. You're still gonna wanna do layers. You're still gonna wanna do step pours. You're still gonna want to use a fan. But if you use a quality resin, you know what to expect, and you don't have to do a lot of guesswork. So I find that putting the money into the front end ultimately saves me time, money, and work, and tears, and angry people at the back end, right? So you can use code FLUIDWOOD for 15% off. So put fans on your work. Try to keep your area cool. I know when I first started out, I was working outside a lot. Like, I had a half of a car, like a half of a bay of a garage. Like, it was a 2-car garage, but I had a half of a bay, and it fit a dresser in there. And I brought 2 fans, and I ran those 2 fans on every pour that I did. And I kind of had to time my pours. So I knew if I pour right now, it has all night while it's cool outside to go through that curing process, right? And I had a lot of successful pours doing that right there, like kind of timing it, knowing, okay, I got 16 hours, it's hot outside, so if I pour now, then tonight it's gonna be a decent temperature, and then it'll have all night to go through that, okay? So fans, keep your area cool. Right now I'm looking at these 16-inch window units because it'll fit in my little shop windows. I got small, 36 by 36 shop windows, so it's a half of one of those that opens up. Also, make sure that you're ready. I always say be ready before you mix. So before you put both of those parts in that cup, you're gonna want to be ready with whatever it is that you're doing. Whether it be a tabletop, a countertop, an art piece, a geode, a memorial, a river table, be ready so that way it doesn't have to stay in that mass form for too long, okay? Once you pour it in, get the fans on it and try to keep it as cool as possible. Don't cover it up, you're gonna trap heat inside of there. And if you can get some kind of AC unit for your shop, definitely do that. All right, you guys, I hope this helped. I know it's getting hot out there. In the beginning, I struggled big time. It took a lot of trial and error to see what the heck worked for me and how to get successful pours in the heat, right? All right, so try these tips. If you've got any other tips, drop them down in the comments. I appreciate you guys. If you want to see more content like this, like, follow, and subscribe. Also, we have a huge resin giveaway right now. All you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube channels. I will link the video somewhere around here and in the description. And yeah, good luck. You get a $150 gift card, 2 gallons of UV art resin, eye candy pigments sample neon pack, my wave kit, and Promise Epoxy's epoxy cleaner. Like, that is so exciting. I'm so geeked for that. All you gotta do is go watch the new Maker Mind, comment done, and follow our 3 channels. And yeah, you can be entered in that giveaway. Promise Epoxy really showed their butts for this one. Like, I cannot believe that's a big giveaway. All right, you guys, I appreciate you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All right. Don't melt. Don't melt out there. It's gonna be 90-something degrees this week. It is hot. It's hot. It's hot. Stay cool. You've got a chance to win all of this stuff plus a $150 gift card. Check this out. So in light of the new Maker Mind episode over on YouTube, we are doing a giveaway. And in the giveaway, there's gonna be 2 winners. The first winner is going to win the Love Over Hate sign. This thing is gorgeous. So in the video, I show you guys how to make this. The second winner is going to get a 2-gallon kit of UV art resin, Promise Epoxy Quick Clean, my swipe kit / wave kit, and I spoke with Jeff at Eye Candy, and he's gonna throw one of these in. You can't have this one, this one's mine, of the neon kit that I used to make this, okay? And you're gonna get a $150 Promise Epoxy gift card to spend however the hell you see fit. What? All you gotta do is follow us on YouTube, Promise Epoxy, Nita's Fluid Woodworks, and Eye Candy Pigments, then go to the last Maker Mind video and say done. So that way we know who's in the giveaway, right? All right, you guys, good luck. That's a big giveaway. And watch the episode, yo. You get to see my why. Like, that's really important to me. So next Friday, probably around lunch, we'll do the giveaway winner. Good luck, you guys, and go follow.